You know, we have this peculiar idea that protecting our energy is something only fragile or overly emotional people need to do. But I don't mean avoiding loud rooms or cutting off dramatic relatives. I mean those moments when you start to realize that your inner state is shaping the entire tone of your life. And here's what nobody tells you. The more awake you become, the more dangerous it becomes to leave your energy unguarded. So let me ask you, have you noticed how certain people drain you even when they haven't spoken a single word? By the way, if this resonates, subscribe to Plato's philosophy to stay connected with the next lessons we explore here. Nobody tells you this, but awakening in the Western world comes with a strange side effect. The clearer you become, the more you feel. And not in a poetic, cinematic way. I mean, you walk into a room and sense tension before anyone addresses it. You listen to someone talk and hear the insecurity behind the confidence. You try to rest, but the noise of society, comparison, pressure, digital overstimulation keeps slipping through the smallest cracks of your emotional boundaries. And then you wonder, quietly, whether you're simply too sensitive for this world. But what if everything we've been told about sensitivity is backwards? Do you ever feel like the more conscious you become, the more chaotic your environment feels? Do you ever feel your entire body tighten around people who don't understand silence, depth, or inner clarity? Do you ever feel exhausted after interactions that should have been simple? Here's where it gets interesting. Your exhaustion isn't a failure, it's a sign of perception. Your discomfort isn't weakness, it's awareness. The more awake you are, the less your nervous system tolerates emotional pollution. Let me reveal what Plato's final lesson teaches about this, and why the Western awake must guard their energy not as an escape, but as an essential form of wisdom. Let me share 4 things you must understand about protecting your energy as an awakened Westerner. The first thing you must understand is, awakening makes you energetically transparent. As you awaken, your inner world becomes clear like open water. Your mind unclutters, your emotional sensitivity sharpens, your intuition becomes more accurate. That sounds beautiful, but it also leaves you exposed. Definition: energetic transparency means you feel what others ignore. You detect subtle emotional shifts. You sense honest and dishonest intentions. You pick up atmospheres the way a finely tuned instrument picks up the smallest vibration. Analogy: it's like trying to pour the entire ocean into a teacup. Your system simply wasn't designed to absorb the entire emotional climate of a room without conscious boundaries. Anecdote: I once knew a man who told me, "I only realized how sensitive I was after I started awakening." Before becoming conscious, he was numb. After becoming conscious, he was overwhelmed. His perception increased faster than his ability to handle it. Philosophical depth. Think of it this way. When a blind person gains sight, the world becomes too bright at first. Awakening is similar. Plato warned that when the prisoner in the cave first steps into the light, the brightness is painful. Awareness always precedes discomfort. Micro-conclusion. This is why you feel drained more easily now. You're not fragile, you're simply seeing too much without filters. But here's what nobody tells you. The second, even more important thing is, unprotected awareness attracts unconscious dependence. When people live in confusion or emotional instability, they instinctively gravitate towards someone grounded. If you are self-aware, introspective, or emotionally perceptive, you become that anchor. Definition: people subconsciously feed off your clarity, not out of malice, but out of instinct. They use your stability as a reference point for their own chaotic emotions. Analogy: imagine a stage play in which everyone is acting without understanding their roles. Then an awakened person steps in without a mask. The actors can't help but look at them, hoping to understand who they're supposed to be. Anecdote: consider the empathic introvert in a workplace meeting. They sit quietly, yet people start talking to them afterward, unloading worries and insecurities they didn't intend to share. The introvert becomes an emotional sponge simply by existing. Philosophical depth. Here's the deeper truth. Awakened people radiate coherence. Others unconsciously seek that coherence just as plants lean towards sunlight. But coherence, when consumed rather than reciprocated, becomes depletion. Micro conclusion. This is why you feel like you carry other people's emotions. In reality, you've become the stabilizing force others lean on without realizing it. And this is where it gets dangerous. The third thing, which is perhaps the most insidious, your old identity collapses before new boundaries form. Awakening dissolves the masks you once wore, the people-pleasing, the faking, the social compliance, the emotional armor you built over years. All of it begins to crumble. But here's the catch. Your new boundaries haven't formed yet. Definition: you enter a state philosophers call the liminal self. You're no longer the person who tolerated everything, but you're not yet the person who knows how to guard their energy with precision. Analogy: think of muddy water that slowly settles. The water can only become clear when left undisturbed. But society keeps shaking the glass. Conversations, obligations, demands, expectations. Your clarity can't settle if everything around you keeps stirring you up. Anecdote: I once knew someone who said, "The more spiritually mature I became, the less I recognized myself." They had outgrown their old identity, but their boundaries were still forming. During this time, they let the wrong people close, simply because they didn't yet know how to say no. Philosophical depth. Here's the profound part. Awakening removes your illusions before you develop discernment. It's equivalent to being given sight without being taught how to look. Plato believed that wisdom isn't just seeing truth, it's learning which truths must be protected. Micro conclusion. This is why awakening often feels destabilizing. You're shedding walls faster than you're building gates. But here's the part that changes everything. And the fourth, the most critical of all, your energy becomes creative power and must be guarded like sacred fire. Once awakened, your emotional state begins shaping your reality more directly than before. Your attention becomes magnetic, your thoughts become direction, your emotions become momentum. Definition: this is energetic sovereignty, recognizing that your inner state is the architect of your outer experience. When you allow others to drain, manipulate, or distort your energy, you surrender creative authority. Analogy: it's the difference between reading about swimming and stepping into the water. Before awakening, you read life. After awakening, you're submerged in it. The currents matter, your strokes matter, your direction matters. Without awareness, you drift. With awareness, you move deliberately. Anecdote: look at nature. A garden flourishes when tended, but when neglected, weeds take over. Not because the garden is weak, but because nature fills any unprotected space. Your awakened mind is the same. Without discipline, the weeds of other people's anxieties take root. Philosophical depth. Plato believed that the soul is sculpted by the environment it allows into its inner chamber. Not metaphorically, but literally. If your energy is creative fire, then your boundaries are the hearth that contains it. Micro conclusion. And that's the secret. Protecting your energy isn't retreating from life, it's shaping life with intention. So here we are, back to where we started. This strange idea that protecting your energy is something optional or unnecessary. In reality, it's the foundation of an awakened life. All these points connect because awakening increases your ability to perceive, and perception increases your responsibility. The more you feel, the more you must choose what to allow in. The more you see, the more you must choose where to focus. The more you awaken, the more your energy must be guarded, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Here's the beautiful paradox. The more you let go, the more you receive. The quieter your mind becomes, the louder truth speaks. The more you withdraw from chaotic influences, the more your authentic self emerges. You are not broken, you are not failing, you are not too sensitive. You're evolving into someone whose internal world actually matters. because it's shaping your external world in ways you never noticed before. This is the moment where your sensitivity becomes your compass, your clarity becomes your shield, and your energy becomes the material from which your entire life is built. The next time you feel yourself becoming overwhelmed, step back. Notice what your inner world is trying to tell you. Remember what we explored today. Your energy is not something random. It's a sacred resource that shapes your reality. Protect it, honor it, direct it with intention. And if you want to keep deepening this journey, subscribe to Plato's philosophy so we can keep exploring these truths together. You are the universe discovering itself through a sensitive instrument, and the journey continues, always unfolding, always inviting you to go deeper.